Hello, Dumaguete.
Hello, Negros Oriental.
Hello, Sillimanians around the world.
This is Joshua Soldivillo.
And this is Ronelyn Vailoces-No.
You're watching
Silliman.
Good evening, everyone. This is a magazine program that talks about different aspects of Silliman University.
A program initiated to discuss different matters concerning the campus by the sea. Welcome to
Silliman.
Hey there, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world. Daghang salamat for joining another episode of Silliman. Daghang salamat for making us as your Monday night company. And of course, Ron, how fast time flies.
Yes.
Our guests for tonight are what we call student achievers in the university. And of course, they are making their own trails, blazing their own trails, not only here in the campus, but even nationally. So let us introduce our guests for tonight. Let's begin with our student from the biology department, first year biology student. We have Angelo Miguel, Inti Dapat. Hi Miguel, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Miguel Hiron is a participant and a winner in the Sinulog Film Festival, and we will learn more about it in a little while.
Yes, and of course, we also have here with us a civil engineering second year student. And she was awarded as the best female ROTC cadet by the Philippine Army. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Miss Nurshema A from the land of current, Solosulu.
Ayan, I forgot. This is Angelo is from Migs is from the Queen City of the South, and Shem is from
the land of currents, Solosulu.
Wow, the land of currents.
So basically from Mindanao and Visayas.
Tayo from the city of gentle people. All right.
Dito lang, local lang. Para okay yan.
And Silliman is the campus by the sea. Okay.
Yeah, let's get to know them and their endeavors, the things that you have achieved so far, no? So let's begin with Angelo, Migs,
Yes.
right? So Migs, you are a first-year biology student.
Yes.
But you are also into filmmaking. So why did you go into filmmaking? Because I don't really see a commonality between the two fields, no? But yeah, you can have an inspiration from biology, perhaps the concepts. But why filmmaking?
I guess it's always been a struggle for me to pick either a very scientific field or an arts field because I was very exposed to both. And my mom and dad introduced me a lot to film. So I was watching movies already ever since I was a kid. And I already had the vision, the vision to picture shots and how a story should go. So when I was in biology, as a pre-med, I also wanted to be a doctor.
Okay.
Right.
But I see film as like an outlet for biology. And I see biology as an outlet for my film passion.
Ayun.
Ang
So,
dami,
Ron, there's a crossover. Kumbaga, no?
Yes.
So, what are the movies that you used to or that you like to watch, Migs? What are your interests in terms of movies?
Like by genre?
Yeah,
Or-
but what genre?
I think I go for suspense or gore.
Suspense.
I also like the old genre films. So Lawrence of Arabia or The Godfather trilogy.
Yeah.
And the most current sci-fi film by Denis Villeneuve.
Ayun, may science pa din, Ron.
Blade Runner 2049. That's
Yeah,
really
so
nice.
that's good because, of course, it is very possible to, di ba, have the sciences and the arts, they will be getting married, di ba? Or the mixture, the blending of the arts and, of course, the sciences. So, congratulations, Migs, and we'll speak more about that. We also have here Shema from the land of currents. So Shem, everyone is so interested to learn that, di ba Ron, entering into becoming a cadet officer in the ROTC, and then of course, no, we have the the women power. So how does it feel, Shem, that most of the officers in the ROTC are, of course, dominated, no, by men, and here you are waving the flags and strong, independent, empowered women.
Actually, at first, I did not enroll for ROTC. I enrolled for CWTS, but unfortunately, it was out of slot. So
Okay.
the ROTC emailed me, "Welcome to ROTC."
So wait, so
It's unprecedented.
you didn't really intend to be
Yes.
part of the ROTC NSTP. You chose initially CW, but out
Yes.
of the wala nang slots. Then you were and then what happened afterwards?
And then someone recruited me to become an officer, and like it was new to me, and I was curious what was that about. And then I said that I'm in for it. And after the orientation, I was like, what did I do?
What did I enter? ano atong pinasok ko? Wow, that's a
And
very...
then it was
yeah.
really challenging, but I got through it, and I survived the trainings, and I've learned a lot from ROTCs, especially the discipline and the time management, and I've learned a lot of skills that can be that I can
Very useful, no?
yes,
And-
very useful for the organizations that I joined also.
Yeah, so just a short follow-up question, Shem, because Migs here mentioned his influences in terms of family background, the exposure that his mom and dad gave him. How about you? Do you have also like family members that are into military or police fields also? Or
Actually, my mom doesn't encourage me at first. to
oh,
join.
your mom. Okay. So when your mom knew that you were becoming an ROTC officer,
It was like, that's hard, you should not do that. But like I want to challenge myself and to like not set limit to myself. I want to break through the limits, and there during that time our corps commander was a woman put.
Oh,
It was
okay.
Cadet Colonel Sophie Rodrigazo, and she was also the AFP Cadet of the Year.
Wow.
And like I look up to her, and she became my inspiration, and I can't believe that slowly I am following her footsteps, and
Ayun.
I am inspired by her.
ayun. So accidents could be beautiful also, no?
Yes. And I have been meaning to ask Nurshema, but you can answer this after I ask question to Migs. My question for you is that how do you become the best female ROTC officer as awarded by the Philippine Army? Now let's go back to Migs.
Yes.
Tell us about your film Paabot,
Yes.
in which you were the co-director, and it won awards during the Sinulog Film Festival last March. Tell us about it. What was the story? What was the inspiration? And what were the awards that you received?
Okay. Pabot was centered on during a pandemic period wherein a lot of workers were entrenched. So we wanted, during the first scenes, we wanted to focus on the main character. His name was Brian, and how he was coping with being entrenched. He wanted to migrate to the West, Canada, but he's still stuck with a family waiting for him here, his younger brother and his mom. And as the story progresses, he sort of meets his brother, who used to be very enthralled to meet him again, to unite the family. But when he meets him personally again, the brother seems very distant. So there's this fight that goes on between both of them, like an argument. You weren't here when we needed you the most, and now that you're here, that everything is already finished. And then as the story goes on, he finds out that the mom already died because of COVID, but he never knew, because they felt like they were a burden to him.
All right.
So yeah.
There's a spoiler, Josh.
Oh.
But
So,
it's so sad.
how do you relate this to the title of Paabot? The Paabot is a
Waiting.
dialect which means to To
it's like
wait.
waiting
wait.
or
Or
like
waiting.
trying to meet or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the brother Brian there was the one waiting for.
And the younger brother, his name was, oh my God, how do I forgot this? um, yeah, the younger brother, nagpaabot siya ni Brian. The younger brother and the mom, nagpaabot ni Brian. And now that Brian's here, Brian is trying, nagpaabot siya sa mom. The mom's not there
So,
anymore.
silang tanan ka paabot.
Yeah,
They
and
are
then
always-
now that Brian deals with all of the family trauma that they went through, and then
I see.
the younger brother left because he couldn't take it anymore. Like he couldn't deal with
Where
the family
can you
anymore.
watch this mix?
Is it available online on a YouTube channel, on a
What
Facebook
we were
page?
told is that we're not supposed to post it. The Sinulog Foundation told us we're not supposed to post it.
So they
because
own na the copyright of the film? Or?
I think they want to be the one to post it because it's under their film festival.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the process of creating the film mix. No? So the awarding happened March of this year.
Yes.
And how long did you take to finish the film? Like the conceptualization, the filming, and everything.
To be honest,
Editing,
the
yeah.
standard of making a film is like script-wise preparation,
Yeah.
pre-prod is like, if it's even a short film, it's like a month
Month.
or two. And then we weren't even supposed to join that. Kuya Jesse was supposed to join the documentary competition. And he found out that the documentary was canceled.
Kuya Jesse is the director.
The main director,
Main
yes.
director.
And then he goes, let's just try to film. And then he knew that I have a love for film, and so he said, no, why can't you be the cinematographer? And then I said, okay. And it was our very first time making a film.
Wow.
So
And
it
then
was,
you
yeah.
won awards for
Yeah.
the first time.
So it's like, it was a very nice feeling that, yeah. Kinda.
So, what were the awards that you've received so far?
Among all 27 films, we were the 4th place.
Fourth place.
So yeah, gamay na lang kuwang until 3rd place on that. But yeah. We also won Best in Editing, Best in Cinematography, Best in Sound Engineering, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Actor.
Ayun.
So, yeah.
So Hakot Awards din, no?
Yeah, that was what we were called, Hakot Awards.
Hakot
though.
Awards,
Yeah.
ang paabot.
Yeah.
Alright. So, speaking of paabot, we're also waiting for the response of
Shem.
Shem. Like, how did you also compete to be able to get that best female ROTC cadet of the year?
There was a criteria. The first criteria were of about military leadership, and then there were criteria put for the organizations that I am included, and for the mga activities and outreach activities and events.
So not
that-
only on the ROTC participation, even your extra and co-curricular
Yes, yes.
activities. Wow. So how is this like a nationwide competition, Shem?
Yes. The male best cadet officer was from Silliman, UP Silliman.
UP Diliman.
Yes.
And for the best female, Silliman
Silliman.
got the award.
Yes.
Wow.
Amazing.
After that, there was a interview with the board of judges and the higher ranks in the military. We got invited to a panel interview, and it was 2 phases. So the first phase was from the OG9, I think, and the other one was from another OG then. Then we competed with other cadets from other universities, and fortunately, the Silliman University also got.
How did you compete? What was the mechanics of the game, perhaps, or what was the criteria? What did you do during the competition?
We sent a curriculum vitae, and
Okay.
CV.
So your kumbaga background was
yeah, the
evaluated.
background was
Were there no
evaluated.
like for example, what do you call it, trainings involved?
Or you have to
Oh,
perform
no.
something.
Oo,
Wala lang.
something.
Aside from the interview, no?
Two interviews
Two
only, and
interviews.
there were paper or documents that are required for us to pass in order to fulfill the.
But for you to come up with a document, you must have journeyed, you must have underwent a lot of trainings, no? Like for example, the trainings that you had with the ROTC.
Yes.
That
We
was
have
included.
the the ROTC summer camp training at Tanhai City, and
Yeah, let's talk about the summer camp. What was your experience
Oh, it
during that
was-
time?
But Ron, I think we're just going to take for
yeah.
a short break, and when we come back, let's talk about the
Summer camp.
the summer camp is that in Camp Leon Kilat?
yes,
In Tanhai City, and perhaps Ron, we can also ask about them about time management. How did they balance pursuing their filmmaking, being an ROTC officer, of course being a child, being a family member, at the same time being a student, and of course members of different organizations, right? So all of that and more when we return here on #Silliman. Welcome back to #Silliman. We're still joined by our student achievers from the biology department and the civil engineering department. We have Shem and Nigs over here. Now, Shem, let's talk about the preparations, no, that you underwent as an ROTC officer. Is it very physically demanding? Did you have to do like many push-ups? Did you have to run, swim? Did you do shooting? All of this action preparations.
the training is part of the training is the exercises,
Right.
for increase in endurance, stamina, and the likes. And for that, before man, when I was in first year, we only have physical fitness training once per month, and then most of the time our work was like more on every Saturday during the training online and sa Google Meet naman to. Then we also focused on the Red Shield organization, and there I learned a lot of things, I have honed my skills in organization management and also time management, and which was out of ROTC stuff. Like I've learned something from ROTC that was also not in ROTC. Like I've learned how to I've learned a lot from ROTC.
Yeah, socializing,
not
discipline.
just about military trainings
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So it's a whole person education
Yes.
also
True.
in ROTC, not
Correct.
just trainings.
Yes.
No. Now, Migs, do you still make films until now?
You have a
Um,
vlog? You have a YouTube
yeah.
channel?
I know, but I just started out as like pure videography, just editing out like my trips and because
okay.
I started out with photography, man, and then I incorporated it with videography. So it started there. That's why I was able to edit. Like I already had a background editing for.
Do you accept gigs? Like you'll be asked to cover a wedding or
No,
a birthday party,
I don't.
a baby shower?
Wow, that's so much.
Do you still do that?
Are you open to that?
Yeah.
Not yet, not yet. So like for your personal
Do you have a
consumption.
business offer?
Yes, of course. I have many. Because we can invite our televiewers.
Wow. Okay. That's. I haven't thought of that, pero I'm more focused on street photography.
Oh,
street.
street photography.
So
Meaning
it's
street.
better
Like the street.
Yeah.
like capturing social life or just around, because it's nice to be an observer lang. You treat the camera as an observer.
And an onlooker. It's that, when...
Like your subject is just doing their normal thing.
Yes.
So it feels very authentic.
And
Like
it
they're
tells
not-
a story.
Yeah, and it tells a story. So yeah, I focus mainly on that.
Yeah, so hearing these two, I could really say that they are multi-potentialites.
Yeah.
Now, being multi-potentialites will require a lot of your time and effort. Given that you're also full-time students here in Silliman University, how do you manage your time? You know, you have to be a child or a daughter to your mom and dad, a son to your mom and dad, perhaps a boyfriend to someone or to a significant other if you have relationships. No, at the same time, a student and then doing your passion. How do you manage it?
Start si Shem.
Shem.
May time pa ba for love life, Shem?
May love life ka ba ngayon, Shem? Or umuwi ka pa sa Losulu?
How often, like,
Vacation, like long vacation.
yeah.
do you stay in a dorm? You stay-
Yes, yes.
Okay. So how do you balance your time?
So my parents, they are understanding about my busy schedule. So like, they oftenly chat me or text me. Then they understand when I reply late. And so like about my family relationship, it is okay. Then for my academics, so there are times when it conflicts with the events.
Yeah.
But thankfully, my professors are
Understanding.
yeah, they sometimes give me exams, special quiz. Then, for that is, we have to prioritize ourselves first because if we're not mentally or physically okay, then we cannot be able to manage our time good. So that's why we have to put ourselves first and then do like if you are really passionate about what you're doing, you will have time for it. Yeah.
Yes.
Diba? Just do it. How about you, Mix? How do you balance your time?
It's very conflicting in my part because when I started out like trying to focus more on photography and videography first, it demanded so much like mental energy to like focus on how do I want the shots to fit and then I would tend already to deviate from my studies because it's more of like how I see it is like there are like two boxes. If I'm in one box, which is film, I can't be looking at the other box as well. I have to just be in this box.
You cannot serve two masters
Yeah,
at the same time.
But
technically.
you can incorporate that, ha? When you practice photography, you might want take pictures of the environment, of
Yes.
the surroundings.
Yeah. And I tried to do that, but it's more of like instead of focusing on the science aspect, I already start to look at the artistic aspect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like two mindsets that if I go to one, it betrays the other.
Oh.
So-
photography is a jealous hobby.
So right now I sort of like accepted it that I'm here because I'm supposed to be studying to be a doctor.
Okay.
So I'm supposed to treat film as a passion and as a hobby,
Stress relief.
a stress relief.
Oh.
Yeah.
Diba?
So
Very important.
if I want an outlet na I want to express myself artistically, then I go to film and photography. But my main goal is to be a doctor. So
Ayun.
yeah.
Sige. So, we are actually very happy, guys, that you are pursuing the things that you think. This is the spot, this is the area where I will grow and I will become better. No? Because, of course, Ron, in Silliman, that's really the purpose of our education here, to make them holistically develop in a sense that they also find this sense of identity. No? There's a touch of being who they truly are. So that's a very good thing, guys, that you're doing that.
Now, speaking of who you are, now let's talk about who you will be. How do you see yourselves perhaps 5 to 10 years from now?
Gusto ko yun. That's a difficult question, ha? Oo.
Shem, sige na. Let's start to look forward.
Yeah.
If I focus on my main goal, I really wanted to be a civil engineer. And then when I entered ROTC, I've learned about a army engineer and like, oh, I want to join this. Pero I know that life will not always go through what we're planning. So
Sure.
if ever my plans will divert into something else or like there are changes in my plans, then I'll be okay with it. Basta I hope that in the future days I can serve my people, and I can be of service and create smiles to everyone that I meet.
It's
That's
so
what I-
beautiful.
By 5 years or 10 years, you will be 25 or
Yes.
30, right? No. Yeah, mix.
I'm sorry, her answer is really nice.
No pressure, Mix.
Wait.
Serve her people.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with her. Maybe in 10 years' time, who knows? I'll be a doctor,
Yeah.
a neurosurgeon,
Specializing what?
neurosurgeon, or possibly a
Neurosurgery.
radiologist, and then, or I'd be a film director. Possible, I don't know.
Oh.
There's like two alleyways for me, pero as long as I am in service, which she's right, as long as I'm serving the people, improving the people, helping the people around me, and trying to improve the country, I think that's the best route. And I'm also happy in doing what I do. So yeah.
So, so Migs, I cannot help but ask, ano bang mas matimbang? Filmmaking or medicine?
That's so hard to answer, no?
No, it's like choosing which lover to
Choosing
choose.
like which sibling to save. Or like which parent to save. But yeah, if you have to answer the question.
Like I said, I can't live without the other, because like
Kasi
one,
it's part of
it's
who
really
you are.
part of me. Like being a doctor has always been my passion, because trying to help people
Yeah.
and looking all sciencey and stuff.
Who knows, isa ka na sa mga doctors na nagti-TikTok giving pieces
Medical
of
advice. Okay. Anyway, Ron, we are really running out of time, and as much as we want to converse with these two magnificent, amazing student achievers here in Silliman, let us culminate this conversation. I'd like to ask the both of you because, of course, it is not only an opportunity, but I would rather call it a privilege, right? To excel at the same time, really, do film, be an ROTC officer. But in a Sillimanian perspective, why are you doing that? What do you think is the impact that these undertakings of yours will contribute to you and for others? Maybe Mix, you can start.
When I got here pag 2019 in grade 11, I was very shocked with the culture in Silliman na it's very diverse. And then someone is like, he's an engineer, like example, like I'll just give an example, like someone's an engineer. Then all of a sudden he goes, oh, I'm also very passionate with doing arts, like abstract art. I was like, that's crazy. Like, whoa, like you don't expect like someone to be studying something very structured, and then they actually have something that's very abstract, like very free.
Or expressionist.
So it's a very big contrast. And then I see students that they look very like kalma lang, like very chill. And then all of a sudden you find out that they're the number one in their class. They're the presidents of many organizations, and then they play the piano very beautifully. And then I'm like, wow, like I'm free to do what I want to do as long as like I'm doing my course, and then there's other ways I can express myself. And I think that is the Silliman way. So
That's
yeah.
nice. Meaning, going back to your core, no, of who you are and expressing yourself, right? How about you, Shem?
So Silliman University has offered me a lot of opportunities. So before I went here, after I enrolled here, I told myself I will not join any organization. I will focus on my studies. But when I was here, I think this can't be avoided. Like there's another org, and like I see their goals, I see their activities, I see their community services, and like I want to join that too. And like so the organizations in the Silliman University and the faculties as well as the ROTC instructors, they were really supportive, and they wanted the students, us, the officers, to really participate in community services to help the people and to serve as well. Then the Silliman University again has offered me a lot of opportunity to go out and see the world, and with
Gusto ko yan.
this.
Go out and see the world.
How
Yeah.
far will you go?
And I have learned a lot from this. I have learned a lot from the experiences, and I also want to leave a legacy.
A legacy.
Yes,
Wow,
and like
wonderful.
I also want someone or the students to learn also from me and to
That's nice.
impact their lives and to making it better, and so.
Wow, Ron, they have wonderful Silliman stories, right?
No, it's not just about themselves, but they see themselves as an extension of something else.
Yes.
That they are not just limited to this, but they can explore also, and in the process of exploring themselves, they can also
They become
reach out
better
to
people.
other people. Yeah, Josh.
All right, so this is now the last segment of the episode. It's called hashtag WTP or Word to Ponder. Ron, what's the word that you've picked for this episode? We have a very calm, at the same time,
Yes.
I would say insightful conversation with these two students.
So yeah, my word to ponder for today, because I really felt connected to them when they said that whatever they are, they want to be of service to the
Yeah.
people, and that calls for altruism.
Yeah.
And that is my word for today, altruism. It's because we might be gifted with a lot of potentials. We can be multi-potentialized. But what are those potential? What are the reasons why we have these potentials? No, it is basically to be of service or to be of use to the community. No, and I think that's very beautiful. Not only focus on oneself, but also focus on the goodness or the things that you can
Yeah.
also give to your
Others.
community and to your people, as what you said.
Yes.
No. How
Siguro
about you,
mag-barangay
Josh?
captain to si Sean kasi may constituents. Well, I am inspired, but actually your stories are so inspiring. And I think, Ron, my word would be openness. Be open.
Openness.
Because in the story of Shem, she decided to be in CWTS, but here we are. Welcome to the ROTC. She received, but she didn't resist that much. She became open to the idea. And then she was recruited to be an officer. She was open to that idea. So you just have to keep yourself open to opportunities, right?
Submit to all possibilities.
Yes, kumbaga, dive to the current of the river. Do not resist, right?
It's because she's from the land of
Of
Earth.
currents. Yun na nga. And from the Queen City of the South, which is who is Migs, he's also being open to both, no? Being a biology student at the same time doing filmmaking. And he said that, who knows, I will be a doctor, who knows, I will be a director. So there's this sense of openness, right? So I think that's very important, that we have to be open. But one thing is for sure for them, that they will do it to become better people, and they will do it for others to become better people as well.
And the sky is the limit.
And the sky is the limit. Thank you very much, everyone, for being open and allowing us to be part of your day or part of your night. See you next week, and to God be the glory. Hey there, Sillimanians and friends of Silliman around the world. Daghang salamat for joining us tonight. And of course, support us by liking, sharing, commenting on our Facebook page. It's called #Silliman. We also have a growing community on YouTube. It's still called #Silliman. Don't forget to click the notification bell for you to be updated with our recent posts. See you there.
And don't forget to catch us at Film Products Channel 6 every Monday at 8 p.m. and replays will be shown every Tuesday before the noontime news and every Saturday after the noontime news. This has been Ronelyn Vailoces-No.
And of course, Joshua Soldivillo. Kita Kits next week only here on
#Silliman.
Bye!